Welcome to another video. If this is the first time here, please note that this is the second part of this video, so I will link up here the first part so you can see the whole process if you're looking at in detailed video of how to repair a Bible by yourself at home. Anyways, enjoy. The next step is to use these to measure the cloth that's gonna go around it, and then I think that's it. I think I need to add glue to the spine and then measure the cloth and attach these to the cloth. So that would be the next step.
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals, they take us higher. The night's young, it has just begun as she puts her hand in mine. We wanna chase the night.
Alright, it's time to prep the Bible. I try to remove all this. Sometimes it's a bit hard and I don't want to cut this. I don't really know what it's called, but this protects the signatures. I'm not going to put a new one because it still has this one, so I'll just still put glue on top. It's after lunch now. We had lunch. It's a little bit hot, so we got into more comfortable clothes. And the baby's just watching me. Okay, I guess that's as good as I can get it. So now the next step would be to put glue here that's kind of coming off. And this glue is acid free and it's for this kind of work. It's for bookbinding specifically. Just this one. PVA glue. Yep, that's what it's called. Sometimes you can dilute it a little bit. And at this point, I can add some end bands. Go with these black ones that are the most traditional. So let's see. I can also put markers. I'm kind of running low on it, so I'm just gonna go with white. I'll put 2 in here for pasture. I need new scissors. This is what happens when you use these scissors for everything around the house. Okay, now let's see. So what you do is put it here. I think I will add a little bit of water because I went for lunch and I got a little bit thicker. Try to put it with the shiny part up. So then you just put it there. step after attaching the end bands is to cover this, and this does two things. It helps us attach the text block or book to the case that we are going to make, and it also kind of protects this part, because once your Bible gets to a point where signatures come apart, sewing it, not many people know how to do that. I mean, I don't know how. I do it with sketchbooks and things that I make, but not things that are falling apart, or books, Bibles that are falling apart. I need more glue. Oop. Although I have learned, I think I'm doing this the wrong way. I have learned that it's better to put the glue directly on the paper. It doesn't work as well if you do it the other way around. And this paper that you see me cutting is just paper from an envelope. And here I am, I'm not listening to my own advice, but it does work better, at least when attaching the cloth that we're going to do next. I think it's very important. If you don't do it, it won't work properly. In this step, I don't think it matters as much, but I'll put some on there too, just in case. Where's my cloth? This is what you do. Where's my cloth folder? There it is. Then you just cut it. Okay, and this is the next step. I'm going to glue this down onto this paper, and I'll show you how it works. Just the spine. Okay, so this is the part that's important. You have to leave 1/4 of an inch on each side. Put this down right where we measured, making sure it lines up. Flip it. And the other side. Okay, so after each gluing process, I haven't mentioned it, but I do let everything kind of dry. Okay, so after that, what I do is I just cut this off. So it seems that in the next few scenes, I don't know what to call them, I didn't put my microphone so you can barely hear it, so bear with me. Okay, it's ready. Next step, since I'm putting cloth and imitation leather on the outside part. I already kind of pre-cut. So I will be using both of these. Where you flip this. This will go on the inside and this part will go on the outside, which is why it's important that it's glued in, and this actually still needs some glue. Okay, and then this will go here. This will go underneath. 5.5. Hello, good morning. It is a new day. And today, we're gonna see what we can accomplish. Usually takes me about 3 days to finish, but it just depends. Let's get some glue. Okay, where did we leave yesterday? Let this to dry. I finished one side, so I'm gonna show you the whole process that I did on this side, on the other side. So I had already pre-cut everything. This is the inside, so we don't glue anything on the inside. We glue everything on the outside part. Okay, now we check to see which one is the right side and which one is the back side. So this has texture and this feels like plastic, so this goes down. We want the texture on the outside. I don't know what that is. It's probably just an imperfection. Okay. What? I'm not sure. Let's see. Maybe it can be covered on this side. Nope. We're just gonna have to deal with it. Figure out what it is. Okay, and this is what you didn't see yesterday. We start by putting the glue. So I usually work with a bigger brush, but because this piece of cloth is not so big, I can do it fast enough. You don't want this to dry, so you do want it to do it pretty fast. And this is the part where I said it was really important to do it on the cloth, or if this was paper, or on the paper, because if you don't do it this way, I don't know why, but it doesn't look as clean. I don't know the science to it, but it's better than when you put it on the mat board or chipboard, whatever you're working with. Gonna flip this, attach it right where I drew that line. This is where the line is helpful. It's not the easiest process here, because you don't want air bubbles. Okay, where's the one folder? gently push the bubbles out. Okay. Let's see. Alright, and now to the other side. Same principle, you want to put it on the cloth. Yeah, I think I'm gonna cut more. I do like to leave some of cloth there so that it doesn't come apart with time. Just had lunch and we're gonna see if we can finish the Bible. The baby's just hanging out. Okay, it's been drying for like 2 hours. Just realized it's lifting, which is not good. And this is why putting enough glue is important. But I think if I just keep heavy books on top of it, it'll glue back. At this point, it's too late to pull everything apart. So I'm gonna go with next step is to put this. And it's already pre-cut and measured. Except I can't see the lines that I had previously made. Which is also why it's important to do them in the inside. So I think that's what I'm going to do now. And this is what I did before. So I take a ruler. Okay, I find the middle of 5.5, which that's what this brown thing is. Brown. But we want the middle here, so let's see. Okay, so 2.5. I measured everything. The length or the width of the brown imitation leather, and I made sure that it was centered through the spine so that it's equal on both sides. And I made these guidelines so that I know where I'm supposed to be putting it as I glue it. Now this is a very important part because you want the glue, you want to be generous with it, just because then it lifts if you don't do it right. And I was already seeing that I did that a little bit on the green one, and I got a bigger brush so that this would go a bit faster. Okay, I think that's looking pretty good. I need to hurry up because I don't want it to dry on me. Now try to line it up so that it's straight. Now let me flip and see if that looks about right. kind of have to hold your breath for this part. Go in with your bone folder. Okay, I let it dry for a little bit, and I don't see anything that's trying to come up or anything. So, for many reasons, I'm going to have to make a part 3 where I show you how to attach the Bible text block to the case that we just finished making. Okay, so I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for being here and watching.